All right. Move this over here. Give everybody a second to get in here. It didn't really tell me how many people are here or not. It just says I'm live. Alright, let's get into this. Let me clear this. Top watch is Nvidia. Let's see what they're looking like. Yeah. They should be up big. Neo's up pretty big. See, they jumped from 59 to 65. I wouldn't play this until it dips. I'd wait. I'd wait and see where it dips to, because if it can hold this gap range, I don't think it'll drop that far, but if it does end up dropping that far and holding the support above this gap, dip buy might happen. So watch out for Neo calls later in the day. I'd let this one play out a little bit more before getting into a position, especially one with not enough time. A lot of you guys keep grabbing like the same month contract. Like, guys, you know there's other months in the year you can buy contracts on. I know they're a little more expensive, but they're also way more safer. So just be looking for the dip buy on Neo. Nvidia, probably a good pop trade today. It's been stuck inside of the same squeeze for so long now. I mean, look at right here, just right here, just between this candle, it's been inside forever. So we're kind of waiting for that to pop, which it kind of rejected the top of, as you can see here. So we'll be kind of playing that one by ear. But I'm going to mark some pre-market levels for this. So I know for a fact this is probably the best breakout spot, but we'll probably have to play this one too, using this as a first target, and then we can use the top as the second target. I'm not going to short that until it's under 535, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that now. So that's our levels for Nvidia. Let me type that out real quick. Let me just put it over here. I'll show you all the list later. Above 541.35. Target 544/545. And then we could say 550 as well, just because psychological resistance. Below 535. We're not shorting it until it's under that, just because it's Nvidia. Plus, another big thing too is futures. Right now we haven't dropped too much farther, but we're getting close to the dip buy here from Friday, so be careful on that one. On Nasdaq as well, we ended up dropping pretty far. I had most of this charted out last night, and then I cleared it for you guys just to see a more clear screen, but we were kind of consolidating for a while, as you can see, on both Nasdaq and SPY. Now we're breaking lower, so I think a good dip buy could happen. I think we make a higher low from previous day, and then I think we push up on both Nasdaq and SPY is what I'm going to be shooting for, unless something just drops and of course we have to short. Then of course we won't long a whole lot. But solar, electric, pot, energy, battery stocks, these are all very, 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 very good sectors to be in right now. Especially if you see any dip buy. I'm seeing a lot of dips on some solar stocks today. Be looking for longer swings. If you're still not in a solar swing, I would just wait. Let things play out, because there is a chance that things just skyrocket from here again, which would not be much fun. Getting in late So definitely wait and see if you can get a better dip buy on that. Our McDonald's Junes are looking good still. I'm just going to keep holding that. I'm not really checking McDonald's that much yet. We have till June. That's months from now, so I'm just going to kind of sit on that one. And SKLZ, we have this open as well. If any of you are in this with me, we're playing the falling wedge. Right now it's kind of trying to get out of it for the first time in a while, but we'll see if it actually holds or not. I don't think it quite will yet, but we have middle of February, end of February swings on this, so no biggie yet. We may even pick up some shares on this just because this is a pretty good stock right here. All right, so let's go back to Nvidia so I can get my target for the below. That would be 532. And then I'm going to say /530 just because that'd be the next psychological support. All right, so next stock. Let's just kind of look through a few. So I could definitely choose AMD. I like Square a lot. I want to add Square again. Let's clear this. All right, so this stock also has the range, which is no surprise. That'll probably get filled in the future. We'll wait and see if it happens today or not. Let's see. Let's back to the 30-minute. Strong resistance here, clearly. Turn support and then back turn resistance, so that's a very strong spot to reject from. So if we do see a dip buy, we're going to need to see 236.25 get broken just for a good confirmation that price can definitely continue up back to that gap range. But it gotta find a better support than that. There's a good level right here. I like that. That'd be a good target once we broke. One, because it was a breakout spot. Two, it was a support before it broke out, or after it broke out, and then support before it broke lower. Now we're kind of getting a rejection here, and then a breakoff spot here. So if price was to drop lower today, which I'm just going to say 234.25, 232 is definitely our first target. And I don't think I'll say anything for in this between this range because I don't think I trust a whole lot of people trying to play that. Too many people get greedy, want that dip buy to happen for them, and then they can keep holding as long as they want. So we'll be watching above 238.40 to 241.70s, below 234.20 to 232. And then you could say 230 is the second target if you want for psychological support. I'm going to type that now. Above 238.45, target 241.75 / I will leave it at that. Below 234, target 232/230. So far, this is all we got. We just have Nvidia and Square. I'm just kind of going through a few things. We covered a couple swings that we were in and we're looking at, and as well as already being in for a long time, so already covered those. Definitely go back through my channel, guys, if you haven't seen any of those notes or anything I posted, but I posted a lot of really, really good info the other day. Go QQCom. We swung this the other week, did pretty good on it. Now it's back down to not where we bought it. We bought it down here, but waiting to see how it holds up. Because if that ends, this is a really important semiconductor. So is AVGO, which they're actually still up partially compared to them. Keep that on watch. Another one that we were watching for dip buy was FSOI. I'm glad to see that this is coming back down. So my little ugly 3-year-old picture here is the channel going down. We had price coming back out. This is like our 40% entry. This is where I think Chef called it out. Ended up coming to here. They took profits. Now we're trying to see, is it going to come back down and hold this 84.50s as a support and then push back up? This would be the better entry. So we're going to be watching for 84.50s to hold on FSLY today. I'm going to type that up. All I typed was watching for FSOI to hold 84.50s today for buy the dip. So we'll be buying the dip on FSOI today if it can hold this level. What do you think of Zoom? I love trading Zoom. I think they're going to be one of the most shorted stocks this year, but we'll see. Let me just run through my thing real quick. So with the TA routine, you start with marking emerging candles. That's all you're seeing me do right now. I'm just doing it so I can quickly analyze this stock without having to waste much time. So we got those. That. Let's mark that. And that. So now I have all the levels I need. Besides pre-market, of course, and any close levels in the 30 minutes. So clearly there's a strong support there at 336s. Clearly there's a very strong resistance right here because you have multiple taps on it. Only time it broke above was right there, and it rejected pretty hard. 3-bar play down on the 30 minute. That's pretty big. Broke into the lower range, so now it's kind of in this range. So there's a range below it, there's a range above it, there's another range above it, another range above it. So we have multiple ranges we can play here. If it's for recovery from this big drop, I'd say it'd have to go above 350 80s today, and then you can target 360, 370, so on and so on. Below 336 50s, which I'm not going to set that as a break below. I'd set a closer target. I'd probably just set this as the first break below, and this is our first target. So I'm going to type that right now. ZM above 350 80 target. What was this? I won't make that a target. I'm trying to find one more in between this range so you're not totally just stretching a $10 move. So I'm trying to find a good like support turn resistance to break lower so I know that there's demand there once it does break up. Which it looks like right here will do good. So you have the low of day here. Support, break. Then you have more support there, more resistance there. So there's a lot of action at that line. So we'll just say 355. We can remove that and we'll just say 355. Let's make it even. So 355, 360, those are our two targets. Below 345, target 341.55, and 336.60. So right now, all we got is this. Nvidia Square. We're watching this for a dip buy. This will be a good trade if you have the account size. Don't just jump. If your entire account is involved in one contract trade on Zoom, you don't need to be playing Zoom. You said BA has news. It's about time they're falling. Finally, they drop with bad news. That's a first. You normally see Boeing, of all people, kill 200 people, and it'll rise. This is one of the first times I think I've actually seen it go in the direction it should. Let's back that out. I have a pretty strong channel here, as you can see. And it's still not at the bottom of its channel, and it still has yet to hold under this level here. I think once it holds under this low, which it's trying to do right now, is when it gets really bearish. So I think it'll drop lower today. Watch for below 200 for puts. I say 200 because it's a psychological level, but I think people see it under 200, they're going to start shorting it. And then I think once you get down there and you can get a spot, here we can back it out and see. I think once you get a better spot of like it holding or at least dropping more, because right now price is about right there, so it's about middle bottom half of this channel, but there's still so many levels under it. So the big thing here is finding what level it's going to go to. So let me zoom in here on the weekly. Let's mark that emerging candle. Let's mark that emerging candle. That's about it. The daily. Mark that one. Mark that one. Mark that. All right, see? So there's a good solid resistance here that was put here, as well as that was turned into a support for this little push up here. So I think once we get a break at 200, you can already target 194.75. If it breaks 194.75, expect it to go lower. 190-ish. Definitely, because there is a lot of gaps here. Yeah, this is like part of that trend that's like kind of ugly. I was always telling people like it's like, oh damn it, there's like two descending triangles here. You got like one here, both of them broke up. So I'm gonna expect nonetheless from the third one. So I'm gonna expect a big drop here pretty soon, but I'd say don't short it until it's under 200. You can short it under 200. So we'll put BA below 200, target 194.75. 190. I won't say it in this stream, but if there is a buy the dip moment for them during the day, I'll call them out with the bot later. But I don't think I'd feel too comfortable calling out long swing just yet. I want to see if this thing does end up dying more, because that's already a pretty significant drop, 209 to 200 pretty much. So we'll be watching for a farther drop. If it can hold inside this trend, that'd be cool, because then I'd feel a little more confident buying calls for a long swing, but be careful on that one. Airlines are kind of risky right now just because there's still a market, a sector of our country that is still trying to recover. All transportation stocks are, sectors, all that good stuff, including cruise lines. Cruise lines are taking a hit too. But it's just bad timing for them. We don't have enough time to focus on airlines and transportation stocks when the world's on fire. So don't be too worried if those are not playing out for you guys right now. They will definitely in the future. So just await recovery on that. But yeah, I'll call out BA long swings later if I can. I like Baba's pre-market. If I clear all this, just focus on the 5-day, 5-minute. I get this gap range. Pre-market low, pre-market high. So Baba looks good. I'm not going to add to the list. I'm not a huge Baba fan, but Baba looks like it'll try and go back up and fill its gap if it breaks 231.30s. I would definitely short the crap out of it if it breaks 228.39 here. If it breaks that level, I would short the crap out of that. That will not be on the list, but that is a good little extra play. I like their pre-market a lot. BLNK is a big one to watch out for. Neo. Definitely watching Neo still. Looks like they slowed down once they hit that little 65. That's a pretty nice jump for them. It's almost a 10% move. There's not much charting you can do on that one. So this is kind of like Tesla, guys. Like when you're marking, you just need to play the staircasing. So if it's to break 65.80, you play it. You get in, you get out. The get out spot, of course, that you can't chart ahead would be like your psychological resistances, like I keep saying. You'd have 66 above the 65.85. Then you have 67, 68, 69, but your most important ones are your zeros and fives. So, of course, the next strongest resistance would be 70, but there's, of course, 67, 68, 69. There's a few levels in between, but 70 would be your next staircase spot if it was to break here. Buying the dip, though, I would wait to see if it comes down here. This is kind of like buy the dip range. If it comes down here, which it has a 91.4% chance of filling this gap, whether it's now or in the future, then watch out for that. So that'll be a big dip buy to watch out for. Chewy was one you guys saw me post. I posted a setup on this the other day. Let me go to that. But there's a nice strong uptrend here on Chewy. Kind of waiting on this range to be broken overall. But for today, I'm waiting to see if it holds this 94.40s because I wasn't expecting it to drop that much in pre-market today. So we'll be watching to see if it can hold above our range, push back higher. I don't know yet, but let me move on and get a couple more things added to the list. Let's go with Roku. I always love adding Roku. It's still doing its little staircase if you guys want to check it out. See, that's a staircase. This is parabolic. So we're going to add our resistance there. That is, of course, the strongest breakout point. Let's just say 401. And then let's mark open of this day. Let's remove that. So open was about there. Low is about here. So I would say it's buy the dip as long as it holds these. If it doesn't hold these, it's short. So don't short this until it's under 388.50. That's just an aggressive buy the dip spot because Roku's known to do nice pullbacks and then just skyrocket right after. So gotta be watching for that one. Damn, this day was crazy. It's like an inverse head and shoulders there. So we'll be watching that. Just straight up breakout would be above this. But buy the dip would be here. Shorted if it's under 388.50s. I'll type that right now. need to back this out. It's got a pretty nice fall ahead of it if it breaks 388.50 in my opinion. It'll probably go to 380. It'll probably go to 383 straight from that 388 fall. It'll probably drop that and drop $5 pretty instantly in one candle. Roku's known to do that. So let's see. You could play an aggressive break above 396 to 400, but I'm just not going to put that because I don't trust people. Buy the dip if it holds. Alright, so let me just show y'all what we got so far. We're still working on it, of course. But we have Nvidia, Square, FSOI, Zoom, Boeing, Roku. So far we got 6 plans. I went over a few other trading plans for other stocks, but we're still going at it. The stream ends in about 8 minutes. I just want to cover a bunch more. So we got those. Let's do a couple more. Let's see some tech. Facebook looking like it wants to die. Let's extend this to the right. Ooh, right at that line. I drew that last night. Wow, Facebook puts look great. Which is good because they were already, out of all like tech stocks that are in this similar squeeze like this is the one that's like the farthest out of it. Apple's like up here somewhere, Amazon's up here, Google's up here. They're all out of the squeeze. Microsoft, Tesla. I mean, Tesla's not even in this squeeze. But Facebook's been the consistent one not in the squeeze. They've been more bearish out of all the tech. They're taking hits in a few different directions right now, so I think that has a lot to play into it. So I'm going to say above 263.70s. Don't play it until it's above that. Target, our first target, 265, of course, and then second target, of course, would be your gap fill. Below, though, it looks like 260 is going to be a good solid break below. I wanted to say 261, but that's a little aggressive. It looks like Facebook below 260. Puts look great. So be watching that one. IWM is down. Those are Russells. Jets is a good ticker to check for airlines. As you can see, airlines are bleeding right now. So check for AAL, DAL, LUV, SAVE, BA, UAL. All these should be red right now. Solar are partially down. Where's XLF? XLF's partially down. See, they came down, picked back up today. So banks are on top watch as well. Just need to see how far they're going to move. Netflix, ugly pre-market. Let's check the 4-hour. Yeah, strong resistance here. Those turn support before breakout. Kind of watching to see what does it do here. So 504, very important level for Netflix. It's kind of in a range between 500 and 516. So going to be watching that right now. Ride. This is another one that I'm watching. I posted this setup during the week and on my Instagram, but this one is very important. These guys do EV. So another EV ticker that's not expensive yet. They're not as promising as NEO right now, but they're on the way. They're a public company, and then Rivian as a private company. Both of those companies are both good potential EV stocks if you guys want to write those down. RIDE and Rivian. Rivian's not public yet, but prepare for them to be. Shop. I don't really trade Shop. I'm not even going to go over that. Oh, another one that's just flying under all of our noses, by the way, is Snap. This one's been just running. I remember trading this when it was 12. It's 52 now. So that one's definitely a top watch. Let's mark our emerging candles. Go to the daily. Mark some more fun stuff like a trend line. Actually, let's delete that one. That's an ugly trend line. We can go from here. And then we can capture our higher lows. So we had a drop. That was our low. Pick up, higher low. rebound. So now we're watching it to make a higher high or a lower low out of this trend. And that's just on the daily. I haven't even broken it down farther yet. Strong resistance. That was a breakout spot as well as a support as it consolidated after breaking out. Rounding bottom off that 48. Strong trend line, strong trend line. Let's go to the 5 minute. Let's focus on the couple days here. So the very strong level here, as you can see, because you have resistance, support, and pre-market, and then a break below from it. So looks like above 52 would be recovery for Snap. I don't even know if I'd want to short this. I don't think I would short this. I would just say buy the dip if it dropped to 51, but I'm going to just say wait. I won't put this on the list, but it looks like above 52s for this cheap premium ticker is going to be solid. Another one that you guys should probably be shorting is Twitter. I would say short Facebook and Twitter right now. A lot of social media platforms are kind of weak right now, including this king right here. So I would just play pre-market low. Don't short until it's under 47.30. Don't even try to play recovery just yet. Wait for a couple more red days and consolidation, because you don't just get red day, green day, red day, green day. You get red day, consolidation, red day, consolidation, green day, consolidation, green day. You don't get just jump. It's staircases. That's all it is. Waves, ranges, staircases. Just have that in your head when you're looking at long-term analysis for stocks. It isn't just see the consolidation, drop, consolidation, drop. It isn't going to be up, down, up, down, up, down. I wish it was like that. Let's go to the 5 minute. Yeah, Microsoft's still sitting. I like where Microsoft's still holding. I like where all these stocks are still holding. Nothing has really bled that much. The only things that's super exciting today still are the Neo and Nvidia pops, and then the couple social media stocks dropped. But besides that, everything is still in a nice range. Nothing has dropped too out of place yet. Nasdaq and SPY futures are still holding higher than its low right here. So that's still good. It's still above the resistance turn support. So I really like where the market still is. I think it's just a tad too high right now. So people keep thinking, drop. But it's not like that. I think we're still super bullish. So continue to watch for buy the dip. I'm going to post the list right now before I forget. But if you guys have any tickers, please bring them into here each morning. Pre-market streams will be back up and going, so hopefully we'll get more people as time goes on. Oh, that's right. Kindred's not here today. I hope this stream was helpful at all to anyone. I will be in voice chat right at the bell. I have to go grab something. And then we'll be good. Just posting the watch list right now. Bam. All right, so those are our top watches. I hope this was a very enjoyable stream. As you can see, I can't speak clear English right now. Yeah, so definitely be here tomorrow morning, but definitely go join voice chat right now. I'll be in there in 20 minutes, 19 minutes, and then we'll start trading. We call out plenty of, probably over 20 stocks a day just in voice chat, but within the chat itself, even just in the free rooms that you guys can join for free, we're doing pretty good in those too, so definitely come in here, make some money with us, learn with us. We don't care. We just all want to work together, so I'll see you guys in the voice chat. Hope this was good. I'll see you guys tomorrow.